श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम ओम अखंडानंद संबोधः बंधनात् यस्य जायते गोविंदं तमहं वंदे चिदानंद तनुं गुरुम. So yesterday we were seeing the happiness which we experience in the world is not really happiness. It is like the gap in between two kinds of sorrows, like here in the house or in the Lord of Yama, the house of Yama, the abode of Yama, the hell, wherever. So we are tortured, and in between we are let free without any torture. That freedom is what people think as a happiness. How can you say that? There's no logic in it. Yes, if you say that, if you understand that, then you don't know logic actually. What? Yes, you heard right. If you understand that this is the in-between gap between the two sorrows cannot be qualified to be called as happiness. If you think so, then you don't have logic. That's a logical understanding, but that is not logical understanding. How can it be logical understanding and not logical understanding? Because the logicians, Tarkikas, they accept the absence of sorrow as happiness. Dukkha bhavam sukham iti manyante. They think the absence of sorrow as happiness. So that is what is logic. So we normally think sorrow, absence of sorrow. Happiness, absence of happiness. For them, it is not that. There is only sorrow and absence of sorrow, which is happiness. Over. So we think the absence of sorrow is what is happiness, because that is what we are experiencing. We don't really know what is happiness. So he goes on to say, now he explained the Yama as a Kama himself and Kama as Yama himself. Now he goes on to say in a different range, he's establishing another beautiful thing. He says, Yamasya Kamasya Chataratamyam Vicharyamane Mahadasti Loke Hitam Karotyasya Yamo Priyasan Kamo Stvanarthah Kurute Priyasan. Beautiful sloka. यमस्य कामस्य च तारतम्यं विचार्यमाणे महदस्ति लोके हितं करोति यस्य यमो अप्रियः सन् कामस्तु अनर्थः कुरुते प्रियः सन्. Beautiful shloka. What does he say? Yamaha kamaha. There is yama, there is kama. Okay. Taratamyam, there is gradation. We are not talking about the gradation yama, the different kind of tortures we are put through, or the different ranges of kama, the desires, different kinds of desires. We are not even talking about that. We are talking about not comparing the different ranges in both of them individually. We are talking about the comparison between these two, yama and kama. When you vicharyamane, when you think about, when you inquire into, when you investigate about them, then there is a mahadasti loke taratamyam. There is great amount of gradation between yama and kama. What? Where did yama and kama come into picture? Because we said yama is kama, kama is yama. Now we are saying no, it's actually worse than that. Why it is worse than that? We wanted to demolish kama, right? So he is talking about yama first. Hitam karoti asya yamaha apriyasan. Yama. So okay. There are two people. One is yama and another is kama. Whom will you love first? We are afraid of yama actually. And kama, desire, lust, we are immediately, yes, there is no choice here actually. Is there? So the thing is, yama, no one likes. Kama, everyone likes. Everyone loves. Kama, I am not even bringing the lust. The desire itself, everyone loves desire. To desire this and that and that and this, everything. Okay? So, but yama, no one is interested. No, sir. Sorry. Now, with respect to that, he says, yama, no one loves and he is not a lovable person. But still, karoti hitam, he does only good things for us. Whatever is well-being for us. Whereas, kamastu anartha kurute priyasan, but we love kama and kama loves everyone. But still, he, though being lovable, he only brings bad results. He is not good for us. How? Okay. So there is this yama and kama. why is Yama bad but gives good result? How can you say even good result? I don't understand. Why? Because he's torturing us in oil pan. There are different kinds of tortures, right? One is you are put into oil pan. The other, you are made to hug hot iron pillar. Then you are put made to walk in the leaves of thorns, and you are made to walk. You are made to be bitten by swamped by snakes, and you are being tortured by the animals you killed, and you are put it all these different kinds of sorrows. Like Vaitaranini, there is a, well, we also discussed about that. Andakopa, you are put into that, in that feces and all that material. So we are tortured like hell. But wait, torturing is not bad thing. Torturing is good thing, because you are you are removed of, you are made pure, your impurities are removed. This is what we have to understand. When we are under torture, when we are under pain, under suffering, we have to remember, see, how can Ishvara, God, may make me suffer? I do puja of him every day. You think you are the greatest among the devotees? No. Even if you are greatest among the devotees, you should not complain if you are a devotee, because if you are a devotee, does not do business with God, Ishvara. He just has devotion, that's all. Okay, but still, the Ishvara should give him good things, not bad things, because he is the devotee. If he loses that person, then what will happen? Nothing will happen to Ishvara. You remember that. It is only you who are going to be in trouble. So why then why is, okay, I accept that. Why does Ishvara? That is the question. That is the question. Why does Ishvara make me suffer? Right? That's a good question then. So why does this Yama make you suffer? Yama makes you suffer because he is a psychopath? No. Yama makes you suffer because he loves torturing? No. No, none of the above. Why? Because you have done some sin and he is removing that sin by torturing you. Right? So, similarly, God loves you. Because he loves you, he puts you in some situations where you undergo suffering, and suffering means removal of a sin. He's making you ready for the knowledge. Remember that. So now he says, Mahadasti loke vicharyamani. There's a great amount of difference. What is the difference? First, this fellow, though we don't love him, he does not love anyone, but he brings in good result. Because after removal of sorrow, after removal of sin, what will happen? You will come to the senses. You will understand, okay, this is all suffering, and you will properly be guided and you will reach the goal. Now, kama, where is the desire? What happens if you are in the bondage of desire? He says, kamastu anartham kurte. Everyone loves kama. Everyone loves kama. So what does he do? He will make us love everything and be all loud and all good and all that stupid ideas. And finally, as we said earlier, kamaturasya na bhayam na lajja. One person who is a kamatura. Kamatura means completely engulfed by the kama, the lust or desire. For him, there is no fear nor the shyness. If you don't fear anyone, or if you don't have any shyness to anything, what will you do? You are the most dangerous person in the world. That is what kama will make him. Kama will turn him into a very vile person, meaning he'll be accumulating a lot of sins. So finally, kama may do whatever he desires, but finally the outcome is very bad. Whereas Yama may torture you, but the outcome is very good. That is what is the difference. It is like a simple. You don't know kama. Okay, you know, I know. You don't know Yama. Okay, so let us keep it like that. Now, you know the parents. The parents always torture their kids. Study, 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 study. And no kid loves being tortured by their parents to study. But at the same time, the neighbors, the relatives, he's just a kid. Let him be. Let him be a kid. Let him enjoy. All these ideas are from the relatives and friends. And the son or the daughter will love the relatives more than their parents, because the parents are torturing them like Yama, but the relatives and friends are like Kama. They are encouraging him to do whatever he feels. And if you listen to your parents, the torture of your parents, later you will be in a very good position. You will be in a comfortable position in life. But if you give to the weakness of these idiots, relatives and friends, encouragement, then you will be in a very bad position. As I said, you will not be even, see, you will be like a peon. That is a stupid statement, actually. You will not be even qualified to be a peon, because there was an advertisement call for an ad in a government agency for the post of a peon. You know how many people applied? 70,000 or something people applied for one single post. Or I'm wrong. It is less. Probably it is 70 lakhs or something. I'm not even sure. 70,000. Let us take it as 70,000. That is good enough number. And you know who are the people who had applied for that? MBS, engineers, doctors, even doctors. They want to get into the stream of government job, and then finally somehow write some exam or something. Somehow you become something else. So they are ready to put their life in risk. That is the kind of situation you will face. You will not be even able to get a simple job. So you will be tortured later. That is the idea. So that is what he says. Kukrute. Okay. So now next. Yamo asatameva karotyanartha. Now the same idea he is presenting in a different form. Okay. Yama is a good and Kama is a bad. So that idea is presented in a different form than what we said. Yamo asatameva karotyanartha satam tu saukhyam kurute hitassan kamas satameva gatim nirundhan karotyanartham hyasatam tu katha. Yamaha asatameva karoti anartha satam tu saukhyam kurute hitasan kamaha satameva gatim nirundhan karoti anartham hi asatam tu katha. So he says, Yama, Lord of Death, asatam eva anartham karoti. He does anartha, he does bad things. Let us just inquire a little bit. You gain the knowledge, you are liberated. You need not worry about Yama or anyone else. Okay. You don't gain knowledge. If you do punya karmas, because if you are in this path, you are going to do punya karma, then you will go reach good levels, good heaven, etc. Okay. If you do papa karma, then what will happen? You will go to hell. Who goes to hell? Only the people who perform papa karma. No one else. Only the people who perform papa karma go to hell. The sinful deeds, they go to hell. Right? So, asatameva, only the people who perform the sin go to hell, and only them he tortures. Satam tu saukhyam kurute. He does not torture the good people. He helps them. He makes them happy by sending them to heaven. Now, Kama. But where is Kama? Yama does bad thing to bad people, good things to good people. Right? Now, Kama, first he is taking good people. What will Kama do for the good people? He says, Satam eva gatim nirundhan karoti anartham. He brings obstacles, hindrance for their gati. What nirundhan means to put obstacles, to put hindrance. Obstacles and hindrance for what? Gatim, their path. He puts obstacle in their path of realization, in their path of moksha, etc. So, etc. means going to heaven also is a goal, right? So, even that he will put an obstacle to. And for whom? Satameva. Only who is interested in heaven, or who is interested in going to gaining the liberation. Only people who are good. People who are good, they either want to go to heaven, that is why they are good, or they want to gain the realization, liberation, that is why they are good. So only to those good people, he will put an obstacle for their path, in their path. They will not allow them to reach their goal. If he is going to put obstacle and make them suffer, anartha kurute, he is going to bring them bad things, then should we, asatam tu ka katha, should we even talk about these bad people with respect to Kama? There is no need. He is definitely going to torture them even more than us. They won't even know what hit them. That's the kind of situation they'll be in. So, how did he get such a power? Who gave him that power? If that is the question, then you are in right question, the right verse. He says, Vishvasya vruddhim swayameva kangshan pravartakam kamijanam sasarja tenaiva lokah parimuhyamanah parvardate chandramasaiva cha abdihi. Vishvasya vruddhim swayameva kangshan pravartakam kamijanam sasarja tenaiva lokah parimuhyamanah parvardate chandramasaiva cha abdihi. So he says, Vishvasya vruddhim kangshan, swayameva kangshan. Swayameva vishvasya vruddhim kangshan. Desiring the growth, vruddhi means growth of this creation. Ishvara, desiring to have growth in this creation. He does not want growth for himself. He wanted this creation to grow. So desiring that, kamijanam, pravartakam kamijanam sasarja. So who will do that? Ishvara cannot do it all by himself. So he created Kamijana, the people who are interested in desirous activities, sensual activities. So he created them. Pravartakam Sasarja, he created them, who will be involved in those kind of activities. Tenaiva Lokaha Parimuhyamanaha. By that very activities, this whole world, the people of the world, Loka here is the people of the world. That is a parimuhyaman. They are completely befooled. They are completely delusionized. Because of their delusion, complete delusion, because of this attachment to the things, what happens? Pravardate. They help the creation to grow. They also kind of, what is this? Why will they be interested in? Because the Vedas says, the Vedanta Upanishad says very clearly, Paranchikhani Vatanat Swayambhu Tasmat Param Vashyatinantratman. The creator created the Khani means sense organ. Paranchikhani. Paranchi means external. Khani means sense organ. The creator created everything, all the sense organs to go externally. Therefore, no one has the strength to delve inside. Now, Parimuhyamanah pravartate. This fellow also completely deluded. He enters into the creations, activities of the creation. Now, Chandramasa iva abdihi. So it grows. How? Like the moon. Because of the moon, the water grows. Because of the desire, this fellow, the world grows. Because of the moon, the water grows. How does the water grow because of the moon? We know in the full moon day, this ocean is producing higher tidal waves. The waves are much higher than the normal days, right? So similarly, here also, normally he is involved in desireful activities. Now, because of the association with the karma, he is more immersed into it, and he is going to be troubled a lot. Now, he is concluding this. He brings another idea. Probably this is conclusion. Kamo nama mahan jagat bhrantai brahmayita stitva antarange swayam stri pumso vyataretranga gunaihi khasaischa bhavaisphutam अन्योन्यं परिमोह्यनै जतमसा प्रेमानुबन्धेन तौ बद्ध्वा भ्रामयति प्रपञ्चरचनां संवर्धयन् ब्रह्मः. Kamo nama mahan. Kama is great. Listen to it properly, completely. Kamo nama mahan jagat bhramayita stitva antarange swayam stri pumso itaretra angaka gunaihi hasaischa bhavaihi sputam अन्योन्यं परिमोह्यनै जतमसा प्रेमानुबन्धेन तौ बद्ध्वा भ्रामयति प्रपञ्चरचनां संवर्धयन् स ब्रह्मः. So he says, Kamo nama mahan. Kamo is great. Kama is not great. Then what is greater? Mahan jagat bhramita. Kamo is greater. The great thing which puts in us in the delusion of world. Jagat bhramita. It makes us wander in the world. That kind of great thing is Kama. It has the great power to make us wander in the world. That's the idea. Not great. Kama is not greater. Kama is the great wanderer, which makes us wander. Okay. So how it is a wanderer? No, it is not a wanderer. It makes us wander. Where does he stay? He is not external. He is not taking us. He is not pulling us and taking us away from things. No. Antarange stitva. He stays inside and makes us go outside, wander outside. So he says, and how does he make us wander outside? That's a good question. For that he says, Stri pumso itaretra. Stri pumsa, the woman and men. Stri, girl, lady, and pumsa, purusha, man. So the female and male. Itaretra angaka gunaihi. Because of the activities through their limbs, the touch and all that. And hasaischa, their smile, bhavaischa, their activities, different kinds of activities, like looking here, looking there, or drawing some rangoli through their feet, and all that activities. Through all that, anything other than this also is, they are all included. So through all these different kinds of activities, anyonyam parimohya, it dilutes each other. See, simple. A man is looking at a girl and he's smiling at her, not even laughing, he's smiling at her. So first this girl will be like, what, why are you laughing at me? Or, see that crazy fellow, he's laughing at me. Now situation turns, that crazy fellow, that person becomes this girl's lover. And if the thing is reversed again, this boy will say, see that crazy girl, she is laughing at me. Then if she becomes a lady love, then the tides change. That laugh becomes, that smile becomes a great joy for him. Okay, that touch becomes something of great joy for him. The talks become a great joy for him. And what do these lovers talk? Useless talks, nothing productive. Nothing productive. They'll talk about everything in the world, nothing productive. At the end of the day, you cannot bring a gist summary. Nothing productive. That is why. But when they get married, things change. Even a productive thing, an important thing they want to discuss, they won't have time, they don't want to talk. Earlier, they will used to talk all useless things. Now, something very useless, something necessary, they don't want to talk, they don't have time to talk to each other. That is why he says, Kamaha anyonyam parimuhya. It dilutes each other through these different activities. But actually, it is not the girl who dilutes this boy or the boy who dilutes the girl. You have to remember that. There is no one diluting us. Then who is diluting us? Naija tamasa, by our own ignorance. Tamas means darkness. Darkness is ignorance. That is why Bhagavan Bhashyakara always says, avidya kama karma. Avidya, ignorance, kama, desire, karma, activity. We have this order. Like in the world, any activity presupposes knowledge. Knowledge, desire, activity. Jnana, ichha, pravritti. That is the order of activity in the world. So here, avidya, kama, karma. This fellow has ignorance, because of which he has desires, and because of desire, he performs the activity. So here, naija tamasa, because of his own darkness, ignorance, he gets bound. Premanubandhena tau badhyate, badva. Its own ignorance, both. And because of which, prema anubandhena, because of the attachment, association created by love, tau badhyate, it binds both of them. The ignorance, the desire, the lust binds both of them. And because of that, what happens? Brahmayati, badhva brahmayati. By binding them, it makes them wander in this world. Birth and death, cycle of birth and death. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. And prapancharachanam samvardhim. And this wandering helps the world to grow more. Brahmaha. For these Brahmaha, Brahmam, hanti iti Brahmaha. The people who kill the Brahman. Because they don't want to understand the truth, so they are going outside. They are going outside means they are killing the Brahman. That is the way he is calling it Brahmaha. Brahmahati or Brahmaha, they are not two different words, they are same words. Normally, this Brahmaha or Brahmahati, the words are used in the sense of a person who killed a Brahmin. Now, it can be understood as a person who killed the Brahman. Brahmaha, Brahmagna, Brahmahati, all these can be interpreted as Brahman, a person who killed the Brahman himself. Because he doesn't want to understand, he didn't want to understand. Because he does not even accept the existence of self. That is why he is called as Brahma. There is Brahmahatti. There is a temple in South India called Thiruvannamalur, close to Kumbakonam, right? So there in that temple, in the entrance to the left, there is to the left, I think, yes, to the left, there is a on the wall there is a small altar inside the wall, and there is a fellow who is sitting cross-legged, one leg on atop the other. That fellow is called as Brahmahatti. If you have the defect of having killed a Brahmin and all, a sin of having killed a Brahmin, they go to that temple and they look at him and say, pray him, sorry, and they give him some salt or something, and then they go inside. Normally, in South Indian temples, you can go through the same door and come through the same door. Normally, that's how we do. Bigger temples, if they have all the 4 doors open, you can go from south to north, north to south, there is no issue. But normally, there is one temple, one gate, you go through that gate and you come out of that gate. That's how normally every temple will have. Maximum, they'll have 2 doors open. Even if they had 4 doors, they'll have. So, but this temple, you should not go through the same door and come back from the same door, because this fellow will be waiting. Oh, they are, my man, come, let's go. He'll come and join us again. So what happens is, you enter through this door, you go to the other side and come out of the other door. It's not a door actually, but it is other side. So because you don't want to take him back again. Where do you want to? You have left him, you have dropped him. So please stay here. I'll go. So that is the kind of Brahmaha. Brahmaha means a person who killed the self, because he does not accept the existence of self, because he does not want to see the self. He is interested in involved in the desireful sensual activities, right? So that is what it is. We'll see. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudaccate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.